Hey, I remember a time, because I'm old. I remember a time when you met your friends and you were introduced to somebody, you would shake their hands. Right? Now, when you walk down the street, even to take a walk, people see you coming and we just kind of walk around each other. At least there's just 10 or 20 feet apart from one another. But not only that, we're becoming very non-social kind of a society. On the internet, definitely. In the social media, definitely. Because when I go to the market, I can't even talk to anybody because they're so far away. And I had a couple of instances where they would literally put their hands up telling me to stay away, even though I am at least 6 feet away from them. And a lot of people are saying this is going to be the new normal. And holy cow, I hope not. I hope not. I hope we go back to shaking hands and hugging one another as soon as possible, because humans need that. It's not, we just don't need food and water. We need to converse. We need to have relationships. That is very, very important for our well-being, right? So then the question I have today is, so if that's the case, what about the church? Church, why isn't church an essential business? Because humans need more than just food and water. We need food for the souls. Now, I'm not talking about non-Christians and stuff like that, but for Christians who take, church seriously, right? Getting up on Sunday, putting on nice clothes or whatever, and then driving to church to worship is a big deal. Like for me, 2.5 weeks ago was the first time I missed church. And my church is a small, tiny church. I mean, tiny. Only a handful of people show up most of the times. And we rent out a space from from a private school, and they close the gates so we can't go in, right? And all the churches are closed. And that was 2.5 weeks ago when I missed church. That was the first time I missed church since 8th grade. And before 8th grade, I don't think I ever missed church. Since I was a baby, I always went. So now it's been 2 Sundays now, and this coming Sunday will be the third, because I don't think we're able to go back to church still. But since it is the biggest Sunday of the year, Easter Sunday, Resurrection Day, I mean, this is the biggest Sunday. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Now, I've been, using Zoom to keep in touch with church members and having a good conversation, talking about God and stuff like that, but it's not the same, right? It's not the same. I know there's been a couple of pastors that's been arrested for holding service during the lockdown, as they say. But since it's the biggest Sunday of the year, I could see a lot more pastors opening up the church, right? So what are we going to do then? Are we going to arrest all the pastors? What about the people that go? Are they going to arrest them too? I don't know what's going to happen. I'm kind of scared about that. So I was thinking, what can the government do? Should they trust the church people to clean out the church and make sure it's all clean, free of virus, and allow the church members to come and sit on the every other seat or something like that, unless your family members could sit together? And trust them that they would, do what is right to protect themselves. Trust one another, and hold a service. Would that be such a bad thing to do? I don't know. I mean, I don't know, because would that be better than arresting pastors for holding service, as well as all the other people that go out and they're not obeying the lockdown law? Right? What is the right thing to do? I'm not too sure. But I do think it's going to be a problem. But I hope that people understand the importance of church for a lot of Christians. Right? And consider that. Especially the government should consider that and trust people. At least for one Sunday, and see what happens. Because, to be honest, I don't know anyone that's got coronavirus. None of my friends know anyone. None of my family members know anyone that got it. All right. And doesn't mean it's not around. I'm sure it's as bad as people say it is. But I just don't know anyone. However, I do know people that are suffering from other things. I know a couple of people that are suffering with cancer. And their families are devastated, and there are other problems. And it might be a good idea to allow Christians to come together to worship Jesus and to pray together, right? So that they would have at least their soul, their spirit to be lifted. It might not be a bad idea, right? Of course, if then the virus goes, there's an uptick in people getting sick, then we could say, all right, no more of that, right? But at least for one Sunday, let the Christians meet, because if you don't, there might be a problem. All right? That's what I'm thinking. Anyway, what do you think? What do you think the government should do? And what do you think the Christians should do? All right? Should Christians be allowed to meet this Sunday to worship Jesus on the resurrection day, and to trust them that they will do whatever it takes to, keep themselves safe? Or do you think the government should definitely say, no, you cannot meet, and if you do, we'll arrest a bunch of you? I don't know, but I'm thinking it might be a problem. All right. Let me know what you think. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.